Lemn Sisay is a very famous author and also broadcaster. When he's here in Ethiopia, he had visited Africa for a very short interview. Stay with us. Lemn Sisay is an Ethiopian British author and a broadcaster. He's associate article at South Bank Center, the Letterbox Club, and the Reader Organization, ambassador for the Children Reading Fund, and a honorary doctor of letters. Lemn is an author of a serious book of poetry alongside article, record, and a broadcast. He was the first poet commissioned to write for a London Olympic. His marked poems are installed throughout Manchester and London. In July 2015, Lemn was elected as a Chancellor of University of Manchester for 7 years term by the university staff. Lemn, who came to Ethiopia for his book launching, Meet with Africa to discuss poetry, his Ethiopian route, and future plans. Lemn Sisay, thank you so much for your time. I know you are busy, but thank you for making for time with us and talk to us.
Thank you. It's great to be on Arts.
So how was your stay? You are coming for a very short time, a week or two. So do you have any plan to come for a month or a year?
Well, I love coming to Ethiopia because I feel at home, because I receive so much love from so many incredible people. Because, it's my family, so.
But you are only coming just like for a week or two. When are you going to be here for long?
It's a good question, because I think I should be here for 6 months, maybe a year, and maybe over the next 5 or 10 years, I will come to live for a while.
Oh, that's very great news.
Really, honestly, I'm not just saying that to you. I've been saying that while I've been here as well.
So let's talk about the book launch.
Yes.
How was it? How was the feedback? Let's summarize all the book and how
well,
was it?
The book is, England, it's now a Sunday Times #1 bestseller. It has been received very well. And I think here in Ethiopia, the book launch yesterday was incredible. The audience sold out, the books sold out. The questions from the audience were inspiring and very, very insightful. So yeah, I'm very happy with the launch of the book here in Ethiopia. This is a book reading country. Any city or town you go to, you'll see the men on the streets selling books. And those young men, they know all of those books. They can tell you any book they can explain to you. They are highly educated, even if they didn't go to university.
That's very great. Speaking of the books, you know our country's people and situation. Do you have any plan to translate so that a lot can read the book?
I would be honored if my book was translated into one of the many languages here in Ethiopia. But first, it came out in English, and hopefully in future it will be translated, yeah.
Did anyone contact you about translating the book?
There are a few people who I'm talking to, yeah.
So we are expecting a book translation?
Yes, it may be some time, but yes.
Besides the book launching, what did you do? What was your other plan? How did you spend the week?
I'm here to make the BBC documentary, which will be broadcast in February next year. So we've been to Hawassa, to my mother's school in Kuyira. Kuyira is the school she went to. We have been to Piazza here and filming, lots of the beautiful landscape and people of Addis Ababa and Ethiopia. So this is taking up a lot of my time. I see old friends and new here, always. Yeah, I wish I had more time myself.
Well, we are going to expect you soon.
I'll be back soon, yeah.
How was your Amharic?
My Amharic is not really very good. It's Andawul, it's Sosarat Amasadis, about cement. Yeshi. I'm a Saganalo. It's like a bad diaspora. It's not even good diaspora, it's bad diaspora. Amharic. But I will learn. I will
You have
learn.
a plan to learn? Do you make it?
I don't know if I have time to learn, but I'll try. That's why I have to come here to live. If I come here to live, then I learn the language.
And you learn the culture.
Absolutely. Well, I know a lot about the culture, but yes.
Let's talk about the food, anything you know about.
Oh my gosh. Well, I've been coming to Ethiopia now twice a year for quite a few years, maybe 15 years. And so I love our food, our music, dance. I mean, all of it.
That's very great.
And I live in London, so I can always meet, many Ethiopians in London, so.
That's very great.
Yeah, I feel lucky, even though I may have had a hard childhood in many people's eyes, actually I feel blessed.
I know you have said this in a lot of medias, but we still want to hear it from you. What did inspire you the most? What wakes you up early in the morning?
What inspires me the most is that everything is new. We live our lives and we think it's the same every day in, day out. But if you look at things with a different lens, you can see that everything is new. These plants are not the same as they were yesterday. Everything is new, and that's the beauty of art, is that an artist refuses to be bored.
It does. It does.
So I think that's the most inspiring thing, that you can use your imagination to make new worlds as well. It's a wonderful thing.
That's very great.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the book. In Ethiopia we have so many writers, but we never seen them growing up. And how do you see actually the literary work in the country, in Ethiopia, the literature work?
Well, I mean, Ethiopia is a country of literature. One of the wonderful things would be for the rest of the world to know the different kinds of literature that are in Ethiopia, from the religious texts and poetry through to the contemporary, to Bukatu Seyum, for example. Yeah, and you also have a very live, vibrant poetry scene here. At the Ras Hotel, every month they fill in 800 people to listen to poetry and jazz. At Fendika, they sell out at the first Saturday of every month. Different kind of poetry, different kind of performance. There are Ethiopian poets out in the diaspora in America who are doing very well as well. So I think it's inspiring what's happening here, I would like to do an international literature festival.
Let's talk about the Pen Prize Award. You have shared it with it. Let's talk about that moment, that feeling, and if you have any plan to closely work. I know you are very busy and you have a lot of commitments, but do you have any plan to work with Ethiopian writers?
Yes, I think that it is my job, my role really to support other Ethiopian writers where I can. And the last support I gave was to Befeqadu Hailu, one of the Zone 9 bloggers, who won the International Pen Pinter Award. I won the Pen Pinter Award, and I was able to suggest another writer, and I suggested Befeqadu.
That's very great.
And so they flew Befeqadu to England, and I must say that he gave an incredible speech. At the British Library in the heart of London, he received a standing ovation from some incredible people, and he made me very proud. And I feel lucky to be able to have the opportunity to support people like him.
That's very great. So, anything you want to say to the writers, because living here with all the struggles, we all have some problems to push.
Yes. I would say that wherever you are in the world as a writer, there is a struggle. And the struggle is for recognition, and the struggle is your internal struggle as well, to how to be well in yourself when it seems that nobody is listening. The writer writes alone, and this process is difficult wherever you are in the world. I think that there is a time coming for Ethiopian literature out there in the world. So the question is how do we get the rest of the world to know about the great writing that is here in Ethiopia? Contemporary and traditional. And we do this by trying to raise the consciousness of Ethiopian writers in the world. Whether that is inviting Befeqadu to the Pen Pinter Award, or whether it is Boketu coming to the London Olympics in 2012, etc. You know, sometimes it is a few writers that will shine a light for the many to grow. I think Ma'aza Mengist in America, Ida Edna Mariam in England, these women are really holding up the torch, the light for other Ethiopian writers actually, you know. I think that they in particular will be the ones who shine the light internationally for Ethiopian writers.
That's very great. Before we finish, let's hear a verse from your book. You pick and read.
How does a government steal a child and then imprison him? How does it keep it a secret? This story is how. It is for my brothers and sisters on my mother's side and my father's side. This is for my mother and father and my aunts and uncles and for Ethiopians.
That's very great.
Thank you.
I know you are very busy, but thanks again for making a time with us. It was a pleasure having a time with you.
Thank you. And I know you are very busy, and I appreciate you spending this time with me.
Thank you so much, Reggie. This is for today. Like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter. You can also subscribe our channel on Arts TV World on YouTube. I'm your host, Lemn Sisay Autor. Till next week, stay tuned with the rest of African Renaissance television programs.